In the previous video, we began building the level that the game takes place in. In this video, we'll continue building the level out. What I'd like to have are some walls, some roughly knee-high walls that serve as a visual border for our level. To do this, we'll use the extrude tool to push out a chunk of wall which can then be elevated. With these side faces still selected, we'll scroll down to the extrude faces section. You can also press Command E or Control E on a PC to activate this as well. So we'll click Extrude Faces. What this has done is it's created new faces that come out of the previous ones. So now you can see how there's a region that is not yet lit, so it doesn't yet have the same lighting information, but it's coming out of that original part. Now I can select the top face here, and also here, and I can extrude again. I'll press Command E this time, and now I'm making my face. You'll notice there's a gap here. That's because I didn't have the face on that side selected. In addition to creating cubes, you can also use the Shape tool to create different shapes. If we click on New Shape and change the shape selector from cube to stair, some stairs will be created. From here, we can change how the stairs are laid out. For example, how many steps there are, whether the stairs curve, whether or not side faces should be created or not, as well as the width and the height. If I click Build Stair, the object is created. I'll use the Object tool to position it. Let's now add some walls for cover. We can do this using cubes. Click New Shape, make sure that it's on cube. This time we'll make a cube that is 5 units on the Z-axis and 5 units on the Y-axis. You'll notice that the default texture that's used is set up so that 1 meter is 1 unit and 1 repetition of the texture. So we have an object that is 5 on the Z-axis, and we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 repetitions of the texture, which can be very handy when laying out your levels. We'll click Build Cube to add it to the scene, and I'll place it over here. I'm basically creating something to hide behind. I'll also duplicate this by pressing Command D and making a copy of it over here. What I'll also do is I'll take our stairs, duplicate them, and move them over here using the fly mode by holding down the right mouse button and using the mouse and the W, A, S, and D keys to fly around. And I'll rotate this stair and move that down, move this wall down a bit, so that we can climb the stair and aim down a bit. Let's press the play button. You'll notice that there is no lighting information here, and it doesn't look very good. We can fix this by asking Unity to bake the lighting information needed for the scene. Let's leave play mode. We'll go back to our lighting pane, which I docked to the right-hand side before, and click the Build button. Unity will now calculate all of the necessary information required for lighting the scene. This can take some time, so don't worry too much if it takes a little while. There we are. We'll play the game one more time, and that looks much better. Picked up the speed pickup by mistake. Let's try and climb the stairs. These stairs are a bit too steep. We could change the stairs and make them less steep. Alternatively, we could change the behavior of the first-person controller, going to the inspector and modifying the step offset value. The step offset value controls the height to which the system will consider it a valid step. If it's higher than this, then it will not be allowed. So we'll change it to 0.5 and try climbing the stairs again. And now we can climb the stairs just fine. One last thing that we'll do is it's important to make sure that our character does not walk through walls. Our enemy does not care about the position of these dots. Additionally, we haven't yet told Unity about the new configuration of the world. Let's go back into the navigation pane and click on the Bake button. You'll notice that with the navigation pane turned on, the navigation mesh is shown as it was before, that is, before we deleted the floor. So this is now incorrect. We'll click the Bake button again, and Unity will calculate a new walk mesh. You'll notice this includes things like the stairs, because the navigation mesh is capable of going, stairs can be climbed. Lastly, let's change the position of our roaming points. I can see one of them sitting out of bounds here. So we'll move that over here. Whenever you change a level's design, it's helpful to make sure that your roaming points and overall wayfinding systems are appropriate for your environment. Okay, let's play the game one more time. So the robot's going to walk around a bit and randomly choose places to walk to. Okay, it looks like the robot's going to go over here now, and the robot will walk around obstacles. So walking to this point, waiting for a second, then turning around, and notice how the robot walked around the obstacle here. So the robot didn't try and pass through the wall. It did pass through the health pickup, because we haven't marked health pickups as obstacles. And there we have it. Our level is now being designed by a more sophisticated tool, which we can use for more interesting gameplay.